We wake up early in the morning before a dive, and then you hear the birds, singing away. It's just, you forget about everything when you see that.
It's just the feeling of being away in a so remote place.
It's been one of those offbeat locations, far off anywhere, that people have been talking about, but very few go.
There's still islands there where humans have not touched it yet.
Halmahera is a part of Indonesia I've never been to, and I'd heard about it from other people saying this is the next Raja Ampat.
Halmahera for sure went over my expectations in terms of diversity. For me it definitely is on the level of Raja Ampat, if not better.
Di Halmahera banyak sekali variasi ikan, lebih banyak dari di mana-mana yang pernah saya lihat di Indonesia.
Have you ever heard about Halmahera? If not, you are not the only one. Before I moved to Indonesia, I knew nothing about this place. But let's rewind it a bit. My name is Celine, and with my Dutch fiancé Niels, we moved to Indonesia to start a new job as dive center manager of a dive resort in North Sulawesi. Problem? We arrived in March 2020. Bad timing? Yeah, maybe. Or maybe not. During the first month, we were under lockdown, so we had to keep ourselves busy. It was okay. But in August 2020, when Indonesia allowed domestic travels, we were more than happy to start traveling again. We had the chance to explore Raja Ampat, Komodo, Alor, Flores, and North Sulawesi. Would you like to have a peek at those trips? Check out our previous videos, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. Like this, you will not miss any episode. In May 2021, we have been offered to go on a liveaboard in Halmahera. What? Yeah, Halmahera. Some people say that this place is the next Raja Ampat. But is it? Is it not going too far? What makes diving in Halmahera so special? Is diving in Halmahera better than diving in Raja Ampat? We were very eager to answer this question. So we left our tiny island of Siladen, crossed North Sulawesi, and arrived in Saung Island, where we embarked on the KLM Sunshine, our new home for the next 12 days. During the trip, we interviewed our fellow passengers, so you don't have to take our word for granted. Marco, Nanda, Varsha, Will and Stephanie gave us their impressions and feelings about Halmahera. But first, where is Halmahera? Halmahera is located in the eastern part of Indonesia, between Lembeh Strait in North Sulawesi and Raja Ampat in West Papua. The island of Halmahera itself is the largest island in the Maluku province. It is surrounded by hundreds of tiny islands and islets, most of them uninhabited. On the inhabited islands, local communities live from hunting and fishing.
Selamat datang di kota Ternate.
They also grow coconuts for copra production. The famous naturalist Alfred Russel Wallace visited Halmahera and wrote about it in his book, The Malay Archipelago. It is on the island of Ternate, suffering from high fever, that came to him the idea of natural selection through the survival of the fittest. Wallace wrote his ideas in a letter and sent it to Darwin. The rest is history. No need to be Darwin or Wallace to understand that these islands are unique, above but as well below the surface. Located between the Molucca Sea and the Pacific Ocean, the Halmahera archipelago is in the heart of the Coral Triangle. It sees shelter a rich marine ecosystem. A survey by Dr. Jerry Allen, a well-known coral fish authority, recorded a total of 803 species of reef fish. In comparison, a similar survey conducted in Raja Ampat recorded 828 species. With over 200 species of reef fish, both areas are very high diversity sites. So, we could only imagine how good diving in Halmahera would be.
Nama saya Nofri, saya berasal dari Bunaken dan saya bekerja sebagai dive guide. Saya bekerja sebagai dive guide kurang lebih 6 tahun. Saya belajar tahu tempat diving, spot-spot diving di sini. Itu pertama kali saya ikut trip dengan Sunshine. Jadi saya banyak tahu tempat-tempat diving di sini karena banyak ikut trip dengan Sunshine. Di Halmahera, seperti saya bilang tadi, tempat-tempat divingnya sangat bagus karena karang bagus, banyak ikan, dan juga visibility bagus. Dan untuk itu banyak tamu yang mau ikut Sunshine untuk trip ke Halmahera.
The fish are still curious. They're cautious, but not afraid. And that is very special. I don't know of any other place where I can imagine fish coming up to you and say, well, that's a funny looking scuba diver, let's have a closer look. You know what I mean?
Daerah ini terkenal dengan barang-barang besar, seperti salah satu yang favorit di sini adalah manta dan banyak barang besar lainnya.
The variety of fish at the dive sites was absolutely astounding. And yeah, of course, you know, seeing a lot of sharks, finally. I mean, a lot of sharks.
As soon as we jumped in, I was astounded by the number of fish there. I usually gauge a dive site by the amount of fusiliers you see as you're going down, and there was plenty of fusiliers, so I knew it was going to be an amazing dive, and it turned out to be an amazing dive.
Coral-wise, it's very hard to beat, and the amount of fish and sharks, I think, is at the same level. And then now we went with KLM Sunshine, which has specialist macro guides, so I was more than pleased with the amount of macro life we were able to see as well.
I think all the divers on this trip, we all agree that the most amazing part was to be in a place where very few have been before.
Obviously, with COVID-19, there is not too much liveaboard going around Indonesia at the moment, not even in places like Komodo or Raja Ampat. But in Halmahera, it is always like that. In an upcoming episode, we will show you how was it to dive Raja Ampat during the COVID-19 time. And it was amazing, but we were alone. There was no divers, snorkelers, dayboat, local boat, liveaboard. In Halmahera, there is never too much boat. I don't say Raja Ampat is a place with mass tourism, but I do think it might become overcrowded, especially after COVID-19. For this reason, I think that diving in Halmahera is better than diving in Raja Ampat.
If you're a scuba diver and you're an experienced scuba diver and you like challenging dives, you like beautiful seascapes, you like to see a large variety of fish, you want to observe sharks close up, that is the trip for you. You have to do it. It has everything. So for every scuba diver, be it wide angle, be it macro, there is plenty for everyone. It's unforgettable.
In our next episode, we will stay in Halmahera and discover how was it to be on a liveaboard in a so remote place. We will as well explore our favorite dive site. So stay tuned, hit the like button, and see you next time.